Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. For those of you that don't know, I've lost over 135 pounds. I've been maintaining my weight for over 15 years, and today I'm gonna walk you through a grocery store and show you some of my favorite foods that are under 5 net carbs. So let's go. All right guys, so our first aisle is the bread aisle. Now, of course, that is for pretty much anybody. I feel like it's a big part of our lives. When you are living a low carb lifestyle or a keto lifestyle, or you're just like on a weight loss journey in general, bread is probably one of the first things that they're like, no. So one of the options that they do have here in store, and you can find them in so many different places, they have a new keto option that actually tastes really good. I've tried the bread. They don't have the bread in stock, but they do have the sandwich thins. And here's the breakdown. It has 21 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fiber, so it has a really good amount of fiber, which it makes it 4 net carbs per roll. So per thin, it's 4 net carbs. And this is great to make a sandwich, to make a breakfast sandwich, to make a sloppy joe, to make like basically anything that you would typically use bread for. This is a great option. So remember, you're not gonna use the same brands that you might have used your entire life, but there are substitutes if you're on a weight loss journey or on a low carb journey. Now moving on to tortillas. So tortillas is something that I hold very close to my heart because I grew up eating tortillas every single day. Now, in terms of low carb, here are the options that we have. They do have a few that are, that don't quite fit under 5 net carbs, but this guy is huge. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. But there are more new options. I haven't even seen these 0 net carbs for these little tortillas here. And then we have the Carb Balance, which I used to eat these before I went gluten-free. They are great in taste, texture. You can literally make like anything you could possibly think of that you would make with a regular tortilla, you can make with these. So this is a great option at 4 net carbs. And now we are in the pasta aisle. This section is very close to Nathi's heart because I have a 12-year-old that absolutely loves pasta. Now, in terms of very super duper low carbs, there's probably nothing better than a shirataki noodle. This is 1 net carb. It has 3 minus 2 of fiber, 1 net carb. These have a very neutral taste. You can literally use them with any sauce and they're gonna absorb that taste. This is one of my favorites. Now, it misses the cut by 2 carbs. This has 7 net carbs per serving. I wanted to show you because it is so close to the 5. And if you do have a little bit of room for those 2 extra carbs, then this is definitely worth it. It has just such a great bite in terms of texture. I really do enjoy it. So as you can see here, it has 20 net carbs minus 13, and that is, you know, your 7 net carbs, and there is 4 servings per the entire box. So trust me, it is a really good amount. It's not like a tiny little scoop that equals the 7 net carbs. So I'm thinking if you want to stay really low carb, then go with a shirataki noodle, with zoodles, use an actual vegetable as a pasta substitute. That's probably my absolute favorite, is doing zoodles. Just spiralize them. I have a lot of recipes with them. They are so delicious, but I did want to show you that there are some options for pasta when you are trying to stay under 5 net carbs. Now moving on to the condiments. So dressings for me are really important because I love salads. And just so you know, as long as you're doing a ranch, a blue cheese, like a creamy dressing, those are always gonna, for the most part, gonna always be under 5 net carbs. The ones that you do want to be more careful with are things that you know are sweet. So like an Asian sesame. This here has 9 grams of carbs per 2 tablespoons. So I wouldn't do that. It's just not worth it for me personally. But other than that, maybe like this raspberry pecan that looks like it's sweet, 11 grams of carbs. So again, anything that you think sweet, look at that label. So as you can see, this has 1 gram of carb for the ranch. Now, if you pull up like let's say another brand here that is blue cheese, this has 2 carbs. So they are, for the most part, always going to be under 5 net carbs. which in my opinion, it's worth it because it's what's gonna give your salad flavor. I just make my own dressings, but if you're out here buying them, then just know that they do have options, a ton of options that are under 5 net carbs. Those are the dressings. Now, ketchup is a big one. I don't know if you guys know this, but ketchup has a ton of sugar. So even this one that is low in sugar has 4 grams of carbs. And that is, this one's only 50%, but they have, let's say there's no sugar added. Very nice. So here we are. If you're wanting to save on that sugar, save on those carbs, just opt for a no sugar added ketchup, like this one here from Heinz that has 1 carb. So that's the route that I would go. Or this one here that is completely unsweetened. This is like your clean, healthy alternative here. I can almost guarantee that this one here is gonna be very low in carbs and in sugar. Let's take a look. Yep, there it is, 2 grams. And this one's great because it's super, super clean. It doesn't have any crazy ingredients. And it tastes really good. I have that one at home. And then of course you have hot sauces. So hot sauces are usually super low. So any hot sauce here, you already know, is going to be under 5 net carbs. Where you need to be more careful are with sauces like this. Barbecue, you just think. Barbecue, you already know it has brown sugar, it has molasses, like all of barbecue sauces, you want to be careful unless you're here. Unless you're doing something that says no sugar added. So you have a barbecue sauce here. Let's turn this baby around and see. 4 net carbs. And just to compare it to one that is not sugar-free, there you go. 18 grams of carbs, which is crazy to put that much sugar into your food because it is only 2 tablespoons. So 18 grams of carbs for 2 tablespoons, like, yeah. So that's where you want to be more careful with the sauces, but they do have them. Just always remember to look at the label. Now, of course, we cannot forget our healthy veggies. So pretty much anything that you're gonna see here in the vegetable aisle, unless you're talking about like corn, potatoes, like something starchy, is pretty much gonna be 5 net carbs or less. The only thing that does have a little bit more sugar are like our peppers because they're nice and sweet. And you also have onion. Like I never knew that onion has a lot of sugar. So that's something to maybe just kind of like keep in mind. But again, like when it comes to veggies, guys, I do not like to limit myself on veggies. I know some people that are very, very strict, or maybe if you have like, maybe like diabetes or something where you really want to control your insulin, then at that point is where you really want to track your veggies. But other than that, guys, veggies are full of nutrients. They're super low in calories. They're very filling. Like I would definitely fill up on veggies. Now on to the milks. This was one of my absolute favorites. So we have the unsweetened organic soy milk. Guys, the texture on this is phenomenal. Coming in at 1 net carb because it's 3 minus 2 of fiber, 1 net carb per cup. Love it. I love the taste. I actually enjoy that all on its own, like without anything added. Then of course we have all the unsweetened almond milks. Those are like a no-brainer. You already know those are well beyond 5 net carbs. Now this one here is actually really interesting. This is Nathi's favorite, my 12-year-old. So this is a lactose-free milk. It falls short of the 5 net carbs. It's 6 net carbs per cup, but it's really, really good. I love it. It doesn't have lactose. It doesn't mess up my stomach, but I wanted to show you that it comes so close to the 5 net carbs, and it's a really great option if you're not dairy-free. So now for some of one of my favorite aisles is the snack aisle. So guys, I have not eaten this and I cannot tell you how many years, but I used to be in love with Triscuits with this and this. This was like a low-key obsession of mine growing up. Triscuits are now, of course, out of the question just because they are super high in carbs and also have gluten, and now I'm like, you know, gluten-free. But this cheese, no, it's not clean, okay? It is not clean, but it does have under 5 net carbs. So 3 grams of carbs. This is just a great, super quick little snack when you are craving something. You're like, I don't know, I just want something. Just know that that is an option, guys. Not clean at all, but it's an option. Now we have these here, some cheddar crisps and some 3-seeded crisps. These are like little cheese crisps that are great as like little chip options. You know, you could use them as dippers for, you know, just some yummy dips. I'll show you some of my favorite. before we wrap up this video, because I'm a big dipper. Now, I don't use the cheese crisp, but I do use like broccoli and celery and peppers. I use a little bit of veggies, and I love the crunch for that. So we have that. Now, if you love your chocolate and vanilla pudding, here you go. They do have sugar-free options. Now, do not come after me. I know these are not clean. I am just giving you options. In case you're not looking for clean products, this is out there for you. Or when you're in a pinch and you're like, I need something, I'm at the grocery store. Hey, having something like this once in a blue moon, in my personal humble opinion, is not gonna make you or break you. So you have your carbs, you subtract the sugar alcohols plus your fiber, and then you end up with your 4 net carbs. Okay, so that is chocolate. We have vanilla, then of course your sugar-free. This one here is 1 carb, so Jello, you know. I personally make my own Jello. It's super clean, super delicious. So if you want the recipe, comment down below and I will share that with you. Now, call me crazy, but I love eating peanut butter as a snack. So this is the one that I get. It's actually just a, Kroger brand. This is what you want to look for. Just 2 ingredients. All it has is the peanuts and the salt, and it has the 5 carbs minus 3 of fiber, which is equivalent to 2 net carbs per serving. Love the chunky, guys. Gots to be the chunky for me. And crossing right over to the nut section, most nuts, as long as they don't have like any coating on them, are all gonna be under 5 net carbs. I just found this, the ones from Blue Diamond here that have super, super cool flavors, like the ghost pepper, the Carolina Reaper. There's this elote, it's a Mexican style street corn. I don't know about this, the Korean barbecue, but hey, if you guys have tried them, let me know which is your favorite flavor. I am super, super tempted to try the ghost pepper. Now we're over here in the ice cream aisle. Now, before we get on to the ice cream, I have seen, now I personally have not done this, but I've seen a lot of people go after the Cool Whip. Now, the regular Cool Whip, this is not like the low carb one, has 3 carbs per serving, right? This has 3 carbs. Now, as you can see here, they have a sugar-free option, the 0 sugar one, but it is out of stock. Sorry for the inconvenience. But they do have a 0 sugar one, so I've seen a lot of people use this instead of ice cream, where they do like a little bowl of blueberries and strawberries or their fruit of choice, and then they add in the 0 sugar Cool Whip. I've heard it's really good. I have not tried it. Let me know if you have, and if it's even worth worth it. Now, these are all the 0 sugar stuff. Paletas, 10, 6, 7, 8, 10. So this has 4. So the sugar-free popsicles have 4 net carbs. So this is like the brand that they have here, which is kind of like it's the Kroger brand. This is all of their no sugar added ice creams, which is 7 net carbs. So 7 net carbs, oh, so that's 7. So you don't know, that doesn't fall under 5. Under 5, I mean, it's still 7 though, still 7. So if it's ice cream, maybe you'll allow a little bit more for ice cream, but let me know what your favorite low carb ice cream or like low sugar ice cream is, because guys, I am always on the hunt for like a delicious ice cream. I make mine at home, but it would be great to be able to come out here when I don't feel like making it and just like, boom, grab one that you guys have recommended to me. So this here, it has 1 gram of sugar per pint for the entire pint. So this here has 2 grams of carbs per 2/3 of a cup. Rumble? Okay, if you're looking for a low calorie option, Halo Top is good, but it is not under 5 net carbs. So under 5 net carbs right now, the only thing I could really see is Rebel. Let me see, I'm gonna look. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Coming to the ice cream aisle, I thought I was gonna find so many more options. So instead of finding like a ton of options, at least I found some that I would be really happy with. Fudge bars. Like, I grew up on fudge bars. These have 2 net carbs. So again, if you're not making them at home, more than likely do not expect for them to be super clean unless you're going to like a specialty store or something like that that really just focuses on really clean ingredients. But guys, I'm really happy with what we found. At the end of the day, they have so many different low carb options at pretty much every grocery store. There's just some that cater more to certain lifestyles, like a low carb lifestyle, like a vegan lifestyle, paleo, whatever the case is. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. These are just some of the foods that really helped me over the years. Now, of course, I do focus more on cleaner ingredients, but guys, that wasn't the case when I first started. So don't get discouraged if you are still having processed foods, if you are still going for that bag of like low carb chips or whatever the case is, because at the end of the day, as long as you are basically moving in the right direction, you are not going to fail. And if you do fall and you do roll around in the dirt a little bit, dust yourself off, get back up and keep going. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. Guys, thanks so much for being here. I love you and I will see you on my next video. Mwah.